Dear viewers, today we have another broadcast with Oleg Prutula. The previous one we did was on the topic of the rain department in Ukraine, which we call rain.ua. And in general, Ether enjoyed quite a lot of success for such a narrow topic. And especially, I hope that today will also be interesting for everyone because we will, in principle, continue the topic chainsaws, like Javier Miley's cut the state, efficiency, and specifically today, pragmatism, how Trump and his team operate. I can hardly bring myself to call them politicians, but we'll refer to them as such. In the US, Trump's team came in as businessmen, meaning pragmatism is above all at the forefront. Hello, Oleg.
Hello, Dennis, and hello to all the viewers of your channel. And I would say that we haven't seen each other for 2 months, but so many events have happened. It's all flying by like a rocket. I have the impression that it's been, several years already.
That's because Trump is constantly signing orders almost every day, fulfilling everything he promised, and everything is really moving at a mega fast pace. So today we have, 3 weeks of Trump in office? Even 3 weeks? Not even a full week yet? And so much has already been done. I would say much more than Biden did in the previous 4 years.
Absolutely. I confirm your words. I would say if we consider it conditionally, then Trump is flying in such a way in a sports car. But then Musk joined in, who launched a rocket, and they are just flying. So they are flying with a turbo boost. People don't even realize what happened, that events are happening so quickly. So they're flying with a turbo boost. People don't even realize what happened, that events are going to unfold so quickly that the leftists won't even have time to sneeze, judging by how they are reacting. There's so much information every day that they can't keep up with processing it. They are just suspended in space, and you can see how confused they are, screaming, shouting, and squealing. And they only blame 2 people for all the Greeks in the world. It's Elon Musk and Donald Trump. They have no more chances.
Did you see what happened yesterday? I called it the American equivalent of Putin's squads. These crazy women, I'm going to put this on air right now. Show it to people.
No one chose Elon Musk. None. Not a single Democrat in America chose Elon Musk. Not a single Republican in America chose Elon Musk. Not a single independent in America chose Elon Musk. Not a single libertarian in America, not a single person who believes in the principles of individual liberty and free markets chose Elon Musk. Not a single vegetarian in America, not a single person who abstains from consuming meat chose Elon Musk. And still, Elon Musk is diminishing the power, the influence and authority that rightfully belongs to the American people. We're here to fight back, to stand up and reclaim what is ours.
Yeah. They say that Musk, well, we voted for Musk, is destroying democracy. And, they're starting to draw parallels with Ermak. So Musk is like the Ermak version just for Trump. Just a moment. No one presented Ermak to us in Zelensky's team. According to the constitution, he has no powers. In fact, he is the vice president in Ukraine, if not the president at all. Musk to us, Trump announced from the very beginning. Musk announced himself as someone who supports Trump. The department was announced long before the elections, and it was immediately stated that Musk would lead it. And Musk is not holding any other official positions right now. It's quite logical that they communicate informally and closely. There's no catastrophe here. Do you agree?
I absolutely confirm that, because many people are trying now, or in Kiev all the time. In Kiev still, there may be some training and so on between Musk and Trump. They won't wait because they don't understand that Trump and Musk complement each other. Musk has age and a lot of business experience, while Trump is also the creator of a whole empire, and Musk has moved through his life faster than Trump. And Trump really likes that speed. Elon Musk, because he is satisfied with his rocket. Yes, that is, it is absolutely absolute harmony, and it is not you who is torn apart.
And I want to tell the viewers that our audience is actually following this quite closely. The leftists will continue to try to drive a wedge between Trump and Musk, claiming that someone somewhere had a falling out. The new fake news is that Musk wasn't given a space. Initially, they said it was fake, and Musk wasn't assigned an office in the White House. Then they assigned him but to another wing because someone was making a fuss there. All fake news, all lies. absolute harmony. There might be some friction, well, work-related probably, but that's actually a plus because it's possible here. When a person changes their opinion, changes their views, complementing each other to reach some kind of healthy compromise, this is all what is called democracy.
This is not Communist Party Soviet Union.
There is no CPSU.
Absolutely. I noticed that Trump keeps saying in his White House, I support Musk. I know what he's doing. He always emphasizes that they are one team and no one can separate them. They are one team and no one can separate them. And in fact, now Ilona too. And Trump, they are like pragmatists, because pragmatists, they are based on what? On common sense, on real events, on facts. And they make decisions accordingly to this direction. And politicians, their only goal is to stay in power and grab what they can. So a politician is a kind of parasite without exception. And it turns out that power in the world has been taken by pragmatists. That is, people who can create something and enrich others and not let them steal, which is the most important thing. That's the difference between a politician and a pragmatist. And right now, I believe power is with the pragmatists.
Because a pragmatist will approach everything and an entrepreneur will look at income and expenses. The first thing they will consider is that they won't get distracted by any slogans aimed at boosting political ratings or extending political life. They have come and specifically get things done, to specifically get things done, to specifically get things done. And at the forefront, of course, without a doubt, right now stands the RAIN, the department, and the first wasp's nest that was uncovered is USAID, that fund. What do you have to say about this? You are paying close attention to all of this, I know.
Here, it rains every day. Elon Musk, so much abuse and so much of this, a crazy embezzlement of money. This is embezzlement. This is corruption. It's no longer just about someone leading poorly or making a mistake. This is definitely corruption. And they will sit, if the politicians there think, as always before, that they will shuffle back and forth and imprison minor ones. I am sure. Today the start has been launched, considering that yesterday another prosecutor was elected, the Attorney General of the United States. And she was only elected yesterday. She hasn't started taking action yet. So we will see it step-by-step actions in specific situations where people will be held accountable for all of this. And lastly, basically our two main platforms. Right now, it's the X platform and Cower Trump, because Trump doesn't immediately post information on the X platform. Well, that's why I suggest people follow you on the X platform, because we receive information at the speed of light and we communicate with everything at hand. It's not like the leftists who first need a day or two to come up with all sorts of narratives and propaganda before releasing information. That's why they can't keep up with the rocket that's flying right now. With us, I believe, because I consider both you and me to be pragmatists, we always use common sense. The most important thing is morality. And we think like a businessman, solve the problem, meaning actually fix the issue, not like a politician would. The problem, then the imitation of its solution, and it has to be permanent so that the politician remains forever. No, the situation is changing now, and it seems to me that in just 2 weeks, we've moved ahead of Europe by about 10 years. That's my impression.
Continuing the topic of USAID, and you mentioned the media, here it is, and it has come to light. You talked about the X. It's important to tell people now that freedom of speech is the foundation of democracy. And so how does it happen that these fashionable, I call them old media, legacy media, corporate, please, the politics were funded $8 million. They have already canceled our subscription and they spoke out publicly. So it came to light that New York was paying Times, if I'm not mistaken, Associated Press. And then that's how it all happens. People go and read that. All our news websites at best just copy and translate these news stories. It's not always correct. A person has devils in their head. That's what happens. The last example, when the conversation turned to Ukrainian resources, when Trump let it slip, in a word, due to an incorrect translation, a deliberately incorrect interpretation, they came to me, well, unfortunately, part of my audience too, and they said, you said Trump will make peace. And he said, I give weapons to continue the war in exchange for these minerals. But he didn't say that. Absolutely nothing like that was said. He said, we're discussing this point, and a person thinks that everything is already uncovered there. Just go with a shovel, scoop it up, and go sell it. It's a huge development process. It's a very expensive process. Even if we could, we don't have those technologies, and there will be no exchange for weapons.
I want to confirm your words and explain the difference. If the deep state, including Zelensky, and all this, the cabal with their crowns on their heads, they wanted to loot through back doors. They wanted to loot Ukraine together with BlackRock, fully digitize all people, put them on digital systems, and engage in trade with China. That was their plan. Now feel the difference. Trump officially states, I will stop the slaughter, I will stop the military actions, and we will do business. And he does it openly. So we can perhaps discuss, for example, some pros and cons.